guess the name is very good. That's one that looks like a either Spanish or light skin Hispanic. He was drinking a woman, exchanging facial glances with her, like the devil smile. And the woman started coming in, and then she wanted to trip over my bed and fall. You know, and I was watching her, there was ambush throughout the wall, and she got into the taxi and left. So the ones with the bike said, today, they're trying to trip over my bag. They have different companies that try to do it. They all work for the Statue of Liberty as tour guides. I was like, don't run any scam on me. Don't make me part of your any workers' compensation tour or any scam. I'm trying to sue the U.S. government that I was brought here by my mother and the immigration arrested me wrongfully in 2000. See, there was something wrong with my visa, and there was really nothing wrong with my visa. And then my mother's daughter's gone for 3 months on and killed in 2015, Bologna, Florida. My mother said they were into inheritance scam. So it seems inheritance scam is right. I get made fun of because of my religion. So I believe the scam they're trying to run is because I'm a Christian, they make fun of my Christianity. So they're trying to claim, I believe in Jesus and I appointed people to be Holy Mary to have a child for me. So they always mention the name of God around me and mock me. So they believe they can kill me. I'm unmarried. I don't have any agreement with anybody to become a Holy Mary and have a child for me. I'm not looking for any Holy Mary. I used to be a Catholic. I'm not looking for any Holy Mary to have a child for me. I was born in me. I'm not a woman. So they make fun of my Christianity, and they want to claim that because I'm a gay transsexual, that I had an agreement with the Holy Mary to have a child for me. So they say scam is right. I'm trying to sue the U.S. government. I came here with my visa, and they arrested me in JFK in 2001 for it. So I've been trying to sue the U.S. government, and my mother got killed years later. Our own daughters that were born here, 3 months on and got her killed. So they say, I don't have a child. I don't have any agreement with anybody to have a child for me. I'm not looking for any Holy Mary. I used to be a Catholic when I was young. But, Catholics don't look for Holy Mary to have a child for them. So they mention the name of God all around me. They'll say, oh God. Anytime they see me, oh God. So I'm not looking for any Holy Mary. So I'm not looking to die. I'm not looking to be killed. I'm not looking to be resurrected. Excuse me. Can you stop bothering me? I don't know who you are.
I want to make sure who you are.
Okay, I don't know you. Stop. This is your second time coming around me. You've been pointing at me. I'm not a Romeo. Leave me alone out of your scam. Okay, I don't know you. Stop bothering me. Aren't you supposed to be working? Why are you bothering me?
You're not Romeo because I see you.
Excuse me. No. Stop with your sex extortion game. I'm not looking for a lover. People have been trying to bump into me all day long.
You said you want a lover?
No, I'm not looking for a lover. Can you stop misquoting me? Because I'll call 911. Stop bothering me, please. I'm not a Romeo to anybody. I'm not looking for any lover, so please leave me alone. I'm here primarily for money. Can you all stop bothering me? So this was good. I don't know what they're trying to... So it's been walking around me, pointing at me. I'm like, okay, what is going on? Why are they all showing interest in me? So I'm not looking for a lover. I'm not looking for someone to have my child. I'm not looking for Holy Mary. So I don't know who's putting this word out there. They say this is what scammers do. So they've been telling me you're going to be killed and we're going to have somebody inherit all your money and claim, you had a surrogacy agreement. I don't have any surrogacy agreement with anybody. I'm gay, transsexual. I'm not looking to have a child with anybody. I'm not looking for any surrogacy agreement. I'm not looking for any Holy Mary, Holy Maria, whatever they call Mary in Spanish or whatever. I'm not looking for Maria. There was a day the police struck me, almost killed me. And somebody took the video and sent it to my name was Maria. So I'm like, okay, this is getting weird. They said there's something called ghetto lottery in America whereby you can create a harm and go cash in. So people would trip and fall on the floor and sue the government. So I'm not trying to become anybody's ghetto lottery pawn or whatever. So this is what they do. They keep scaring me. They have these FT guys. I don't know if they're hired assassin, always trying to, bump into my stuff, but to claim I'm putting my stuff in their way and beat me up and kill me. They've already misdiagnosed me as delusional. So they set me up, the police beat me up, took me to the cypress. I don't know who I am, I don't know my name. I was begging for money on the street in Brooklyn on July 20, 2019. And the police came and beat me up, so I don't know who I am, I'm bothering people. I don't know what my name. And they went and locked me on the cypress. And somebody whose name was Maria was recording it. and send, then when I came out of the psych ward 7 days later, she asked me for my email and she sent me the video. Now they deleted the video on my YouTube, but it's still in my email. July 20, 2019, when the police took it. And they misdiagnosed me as delusional at NYU Psychiatric Hospital. So they are harassing me like crazy. They say we foreigners, we stand no chance. They form an American gang, a mob. They don't want me to get anything. So I'm getting jumped. They're making all kinds of wild accusations against me. I don't know any of these people. I guess some of these people that work for this tour guide, I was able to find out some of them have like criminal records. They don't do background check. So they're bringing their prison. I'm not saying every one of them as an ex-convict. So they're bringing their prison gang anywhere, man, harassing me, And they say all they gotta do is make up lies about you. So for the record, and I've been contacting the police commissioner, Jessica Teach, the mayor. He also came around this neighborhood and said, "Sir, can you please help me?" And he walked away from it. And it's the line that anytime he sees a homeless to place them in a hotel room. Even there was the time that I used to tell people on the train that they need to pass the Section 8 eligibility for homeless on the street. Like places like Dallas is doing that. And I told people to call the city council to inform them. And they did pass the Section 8 eligibility for people on the street. They said that Mayor Ricardo blocked it. So apparently his family friend Eric Garner was trying to help me with my housing situation on Staten Island. I was suing after the police took my home on Staten Island wrongfully, kicked my mother out. So I was suing and the police went and killed Eric Garner instead. So I guess some black Americans thought it's me that the police should have killed, not Eric Garner that was helping. So that the police were very angry at anybody suing them. And they were trying to kill me also, but anytime they harass me, I will always call 311. They will either send civilians to harass me and my mother. So my mother was called 911, but every Ghana they were sending civilians to harass him, and then the police when I took him there, so they caught him selling cigarettes. But they couldn't find nothing illegal with me and my mother. I guess they would have struck my mother dead also, until our own daughters, Bolali and Flora, started throwing mental for my mother. As a point, it got so worse, my mother went to Pennsylvania to live. Because even the shelter she was living in, my mother said they were robbing her, stealing our immigration document. Even me in New York, they stole my green card, my passport, So, and then our daughters was like feeding her drugs. That one of the daughters, Bolali, was into drugs. I said he was trying to kill her. The other one, Flora, would put my mother in the back of the car and go and jam into somebody's house. Because they were both aware that my mother has a heart disease, and they were just trying to trigger the heart disease to kill her. Scare my mother, and then my mother fled back to New York. Said the drums have put something in my mother's food. My mother said her heart has been congested. Anytime that Bolali gives her food, that Bolali should drugs. So my mother was suspicious maybe that daughter put cards or fish poison in her food or satanic marijuana. At that time, 2015, so my mother fled back to New York. And while she was in the hospital, she was getting better in Bellevue. Days later, the daughter showed up. In violation of my mother's EPAL policy, EPAL law that you can't intrude somebody's medical treatment without the person inviting you. My mother never invited those daughters. That's why she ran away from Pennsylvania to come to New York, to go to the hospital in New York. Because she was like, she didn't trust those daughters, and they've been living, those daughters were born in America, and they went to college in Pennsylvania, so she didn't want them to sabotage their treatment because they have a lot of friends in Pennsylvania. So she thought those daughters are not used to New York. She thought, they wouldn't have any kind of liaison to sabotage their health treatment. So my mother was telling me this, that she got on the ground, that even the heart was paining her so bad on the bus, and at some point the Greyhound bus pulled over. I was trying to call the ambulance for her, but my mother told them to keep driving to New York. That the bus had pulled over somewhere close to Pennsylvania as we were coming to New York, because my mother said that she was feeling so much pain in her chest because that driver must have put some drug in her food, and the bus pulled over. So people that were on the same bus with my mother around May 13, 2015, they need to trace the records. If those people are willing to testify, they said the bus pulled over close to Pennsylvania, and they wanted to call the ambulance, but my mother said no, keep driving to New York. She was so afraid of those daughters. So you witnesses that were on the same bus with my mother, May 13, 2015, please, if they can invite these people, they need to audit Greyhound's bus schedule, their itinerary, their passengers' information. If any of these people pay with a credit card, they need to be subpoenaed. The U.S. government is denying me justice, the police department is denying justice. Those daughters need to be arrested, Bolali and Flora, because there's multiple witnesses that can confirm what I'm saying. And these witnesses don't know me, but based on my mother's account, that when the bus was leaving Pittsburgh around May 13, 2015, my mother was started having congestion in her heart, and as God will have, he said the bus driver put over, they need to subpoena that bus driver. They say he actually called 911 or something like that, but my mother told him to keep driving, that she wants to get away from this Pittsburgh as soon as possible. You know? And my mother, held on to their life. And she got to New York, they took her to Bellevue Hospital, and she was getting better. And those that showed up in the hospital, and the raid at treatment plant told the hospital to lock her up, started showing up as crazy. They said in America, people that speak American English believe, if you're foreign and you don't speak American English, they can lie on you and there's nothing you can do about it. So they're making all this wild accusation about me, about my dead mother, while she was adult, even when they were born in America, they speak American English. So, but the witnesses like the Greyhound bus driver, I'm sure you will remember. If you made a 911 phone call or not, as soon as the bus left Pittsburgh, there was a passenger there that was feeling sick. But my mother told him to keep driving to New York. So these are witnesses. So I'm not making anything up. So police international criminal court is very serious. They say they're killing people in America, and they say the person is delusional and doesn't, just lying, but they're independent witnesses. So this is a war crime. My mother was trying to sue New York City for taking me and my mother's almost in 2010, and they blocked her from getting justice. Now my mother's been killed. My mother is Nigerian, I'm Nigerian, and they say, they can just make you look crazy. The police commissioner is also avoiding me. I've been sending out video. I'm going to send out video on Instagram. Instagram also, please unblock me. You blocked me in 2020. Said I need to send my face picture. I was born in male, now I'm a female, but I have facial hair, so that's why I can't really send you a picture of my bare face. They said I signed up for 2 accounts. Yeah, because I was trying to get to your video live around that time and I couldn't get in. So I signed up for another account because I thought maybe during the registration I must have not enabled video live. So you change your analog or whatever. You change your computer formation so that I couldn't, only those that have apps, the Instagram app, could get on video live. I only signed up for your website, Instagram. I didn't sign up for your app. So I was trying to get on video live, I couldn't get on video. So the mistake came from you, Instagram. So you banned me, but somehow I'm still able to log in. So I guess this is why this police commissioner don't want to respond to me, because they might find out information that I'm already banned on Instagram and they don't want to communicate with me. I guess in the future that's the lie they will tell that, yeah, we weren't communicating with this person, even though this person was sending us pictures and videos. But we decided not to help them because we didn't want to face liability lawsuit. That we were communicating with somebody bad on Instagram. I've been banned on Instagram, but I'm still allowed to log in, so I don't know what kind of weirdness is going on. So please, Mark Zuckerberg, I don't know how to pronounce your name, owner of Instagram, please don't ban me. Under the American with Disability Act, you can make accommodation for someone like me. I can't send you my bare face picture, to prove who I am, but I can send you some of my immigration documents. I love my immigration documents as a story, but I still have a photocopy of some of it I could send to you, to prove my identity. Because I can't send you a bare face picture. I have facial hair on my face. I was born a male, now I'm a female. That doesn't make me a fraud. That just makes, I wear a mask just to cover my facial hair, because that's called body dysmorphia. When your face doesn't match your body or your gender. So I have facial hair. I was born a male, now I'm a woman. That's why I wear a mask. So please, Instagram, I can't send you a copy of my face, picture of my face without any facial coverage. And at that time you asked me to send it, there was COVID and there was a law that you can't show your bare face. You can't show your bare face. So I need to pay attention to my bag because people have been climbing on top of my bag and and it's like they're trying to work a workers' compensation scam or claim I'm the one setting my bag in a way that's making them fall. They say inheritance scam is rife. It's so prolific in New York City, it's so popular. A lot of people, when they die, people come out with claims against them that they did blah 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 blah. So I'm not the one setting my bag to make people fall, because some of their guard tours have been trying to bump on my bag. I tie all my bags together. I tie them together, so I think there's ample space for people to walk. So if anybody's trying to file a workers' compensation claim, please minus me. I'm not into any scam, and I'm not looking for any Maria. I'm not looking for any surrogates. I used to be a Catholic. I practice a lot of religion, Catholicism, Christianity. But I'm not looking for any surrogates. I don't have any agreement with anybody to produce children for me. I don't have any child. I'm not looking to get married to anybody. So minus me with a scam. So the scam with all these black Americans and all these people, I think they speak better English than me, and they will just try to manipulate me and be making wild claims. I'm not a Romeo. I'm not looking for a Romeo. I'm not looking for a lover. So that guy with the pink shirt has been coming around me, waving at me and coming close to me and something. They try to rub their genitalia on me. I'm like, no, I'm not a prostitute. I'm not looking to prostitute myself. I'm not looking for anybody to create a baby. They say if you die, then you can claim you told them to create a baby for you and their child will inherit from your property. They say it's called a parentage by estoppel. It says the loophole in America. You can claim somebody told you something that they wanted to adopt a child and you went ahead and go create a baby for them. And the person dies, you can make a claim for the inheritance. So I think this is scam they're trying to run. And the police commissioner is aware, must be aware because she ignores me. And I guess the excuse if I die is, we're ignoring this person on Instagram because we heard this person was banned and this person kept communicating with us on Instagram. We don't know how this person was still able to log in and we don't want to be financially liable. We don't know if the person was breaking into the Instagram computer to sign in, So I believe this is what they believe their lie would work. And So in case anything happens to me, that police commissioner, Eric Adam, and all the people ignore me on Instagram, all this city staff, they need to be arraigned them for war crimes. So they believe they're so powerful, nobody can come against New York and win. So the international community needs to be aware. They're hiring a mob, a racial ethnic mob, Spanish, Black Americans, and the like, even some Africans, to try to scam me. So I'm not looking for a lover. I was born a male, I'm not a female. I didn't tell anybody to have a child for me. I'm not looking for a child. I'm single, I'm married, gay, Nigerian, transsexual.